Hello everyone, for Sunday dinner today I will be preparing green gungo rice and peas with a twist. I'm using herring to flavor and salt the pot, along with stewed cow foot and skin.
And inside the foil paper is thyme, scallion and thyme, so that you know it don't disperse out in the water and get lost and you have to search for it. It not go share out in nobody's plate, but it does flavor the pot. Some more coconut milk, and this is herring. I've never used herring in rice and peas before. This is the first time, but I hear that old time people used to use it. Some people use pigtail or saltfish, so this is gonna be the first I'm using herring in rice and peas. Now we're gonna put a little of the Maggi all-purpose season up and the Maggi chicken season up. A little bit of both, not too much, because we're not seasoning meat. We're just trying to give it a little flavor. As all-purpose, and this one is chicken. All right. So we're adding we're cheating a little bit, and we're adding just a little tip of grease browning, because this is green gungo peas. Now we want the rice and peas to have a little bit of color, not too much, just a little bit. And then we're gonna stir it. Mix it around. Mix it around. Kind of get the coconut milk, the lumps out of the coconut milk. Adding a little bit more browning. Mix it around. Check to see if that's the color that we like. And then we cover it down.
So there is still a little bit of ice in the meat, in the cow foot, so I just had to rinse it off with a little lukewarm water, and I did the same for the cow skin. And the cow skin, a lot of the pieces were very thick. I mean, it's not a big problem. It just takes a little bit longer to cook. But that wasn't a big problem because I did put the meat in the pressure cooker.
My glass bowl is not going to hold the amount that I'm cooking today. So I'm just transferring it to this big pot so that I have enough space to season everything, with enough room so I can turn it around without any of the meat falling out.
So here I am just cutting up the seasoning. I'm cutting up the scallion, the onion, the thyme, and the ginger. And it's always good that when you're cooking with ginger, you cut them into chunks or pieces and kind of beat it or open them in so that the juices can cook out and flavor the pot better.
I'm only going to do half of this because I'm not chancing to do all of it. I don't like pepper. Alright. Rice pot is boiling up. It's bubbling,
and it smells so good. Okay, so now I'm adding my powder seasoning to the meat. We're putting some black pepper on there. We are also adding some Maggi all-purpose seasoning and also some Lawry's seasoned salt. And also some garlic powder and some garlic and herb allspice seasoning. And I'm also adding just a little bit of Cajun seasoning, just because I like the flavor that it has, and I like the fact that it has a little spice in it, but it's not too much. You can gauge how much you use, so just a little bit. I'm also adding some soy sauce to the meat. And last but not least, I'm adding some grease browning, which will help to add color to the meat. And then you mix everything together. Mix and mix it well. Combine all the ingredients together. Once the meat is seasoned, it's time to brown the meat. And I'm using coconut oil because coconut oil has so many healthy benefits, and I believe it also gives your food a slightly sweet, just a nice flavor when it's finished. Once it is fully melted, it's time to add the meat, and do this part very carefully. Try not to get burned. So even out all the meat in the pot and just allow it to sear on as many sides as you can. And while my cow foot and cow skin is searing, my rice pot is ready for the rice. It's bubbling, all the seasonings are ready, and I washed my rice, and now I'm adding it to the rice pot. And as you hear the boy's voice in the background, I thought I would mention that I am cooking for the family. I am not cooking for commercial purposes. So that's why I'm not wearing gloves, but my hands are washed. So we give it a quick stir and we cover it up. And since we're trying to brown as many sides of the cow foot and the cow skin as possible, we give it a stir to kind of bring the meat that was at the bottom to the top, and bring the ones that was on the top to the bottom, so they can have a chance to catch some color. And while me there wait, me just feel so happy. The smell did just make me feel like dance, and me just have to bust a little dance with my son. And the rice is basically ready. At this point, I am just taking the foil paper that has the thyme and the scallion inside of it. It has already served its purpose, and all the flavors have already boiled out into the water. So I'm stirring it up here, and look on rice, look on good rice shelly and nice. And my God, it smells so good. And I didn't get to film that part, but I did put the cow foot and the cow skin in the pressure cooker for a few minutes before I transferred it back to the pot to boil down and season up. So here I'm just adding some fresh thyme in there, and I'm adding some new powder seasoning. I'm just seasoning the pot at this point so it can boil down and catch to a nice gravy. You know, no gravy not supposed to be long and watery. It's supposed to be nice and thick. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm just allowing it to just cook right down to a nice gravy consistency. And I'm adding the broad beans. I added 2 cans of broad beans to this pot. I wish you could smell this pot. I wish you could smell it. It was just heavenly. The kids were asking, "Mommy, it's not ready yet. Mommy, I'm hungry." And then my son Popsy was like, "Mommy, you know what would be nice with this? Some nice fresh fruit juice." And I was like, "You know what? I have some cucumber in the fridge. What I think we're gonna ever use. I have some I have ginger, I have lime, and I have some apples." And I just decided, hey, I'm gonna make some fresh cucumber juice with this. And I even had a few carrots, baby carrots actually, that I had in the fridge, and I just took everything and I said that's what we're having with our Sunday dinner today. After running everything through the juice extractor, I put everything in the blender and added some water, a little bit of sugar, some lime juice, and combined everything. And honestly, it turned out so well. It was a refreshing addition to our Sunday dinner. And just look at this plate. This meal took me right back to Jamaica, right back to Sunday when we cooked that Sunday dinner, when everybody gather around and the meal is cooked from the heart. And if you're still watching this video, thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more weekend shenanigans. Bye.